Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Deep Dive. You know we love getting into the nitty-gritty of all things pop culture and entertainment. So today we're going to do a deep dive into something that's been driving all of us a little crazy.
Oh, yeah.
It's the trend of splitting seasons.
Oh,
Like seriously,
yeah.
what is the deal with that?
Right.
So we're going to be talking all about that, but to give us a really juicy example, we are also going to be digging into the latest news about Wednesday, Season 2.
Wednesday.
Yeah, Wednesday, which is coming back in 2025, and there's a chance it could be split.
Oh, no.
So, yeah.
Not Wednesday.
Yeah, so we have two really great sources for this deep dive. We have a Digit.in article that has all the details about Wednesday Season 2, and then we have Screen Rant piece that really goes into this whole split season trend.
Yeah, because it's not just a Wednesday thing.
No, it's like every show.
It's everywhere.
Yeah, and it's driving everybody crazy.
Exactly.
So before we get too deep into it, though, let's just lay out what we know about Wednesday Season 2. So Digit.in confirms 2025 for the release, which I know feels like a million years away.
Right.
But at least filming is done.
Okay, that's good at least.
Yeah, so we're not waiting on that.
Right.
But the creators are promising that this season is going to be darker and more complex.
Ooh, darker.
Yeah, and they're saying that they're going to really dig deep into Wednesday's journey and the Addams family lore, and they're introducing new characters.
So I'm curious about that. What kind of new characters? Like, give me some names.
Oh, okay, yeah. So are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
Steve Buscemi,
Oh, wow.
Billy Piper,
Okay.
Sandy Wee Newton,
Wow.
and Joanna Lumley.
Now, those are some names.
Yeah, so adding them to a cast that already has Jenna Ortega and Catherine Zeta-Jones and Luz Guzman.
Oh, my gosh.
I mean, come on.
That's going to be so good.
I can't even imagine.
Especially Steve Buscemi in that universe. Like, how are they going to use him? I'm so curious.
I know. And Wednesday was like such a massive hit. It was in the Netflix Global Top 10 for 20 weeks.
It was.
Yeah, and it reached the top 10 in 93 different countries.
I mean, it makes sense. It's Wednesday Addams. Everyone loves her.
Yeah. So the new season is aiming to be delightfully dark, kooky, and mysterious.
Okay, I like that. I like that tagline.
But, and this is where Screen Rant comes in.
Oh.
They are concerned about a potential split season for Wednesday.
I mean, it would just make sense with how Netflix is doing everything now.
Yeah, and they point out that this has become like a pattern for Netflix.
Yeah.
Like, think about You, Outer Banks, Bridgerton, Emily in Paris, even Cobra Kai.
Oh, yeah. All the big ones.
All the big ones.
All the ones that people actually watch.
I know, and it basically just means
Right.
that fans end up waiting months between parts of a season.
Yeah, after they've already waited years for the new content.
Right.
Like, why? It feels so disrespectful to the fans.
Yeah, it almost feels like a betrayal of the whole binge-watching model
Yeah.
that made Netflix so popular in the first place.
Right. Like, what's the point of streaming if we can't binge it?
I know, but there must be some reason they're doing this right. Like, it can't just be to torture us.
I hope not. But, yeah, why do you think they're doing it?
Well, I mean, the obvious one is COVID and the Hollywood strikes, right? Like those really messed up production schedules for everything.
Yeah.
So maybe splitting seasons is a way for Netflix to just kind of like manage those disruptions and just keep content flowing, even if it's in smaller pieces.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
But then why not just delay the whole season until it's finished? Why even chop it up?
That is a good question.
So that leads us to another theory.
Okay, what is it?
Maybe split seasons actually allow for longer seasons overall. Like they can maybe fit in more episodes and storylines by releasing half a season at a time.
Okay. I mean, I would be down for more Wednesday content.
Right. But we can't ignore the elephant in the room.
What's that?
There's a financial incentive for Netflix as well, right? Like split seasons encourage people to stay subscribed for longer.
Oh, for sure. If you want to see the whole story, you got to stick around. And that means more money for Netflix. Exactly.
Yeah.
So we've got production challenges, the potential for more content, and financial gains for Netflix. But where does that leave the viewers?
Yeah, where do we fit into all of this?
I mean, is this split season format a step backward from the binge watching model that made Netflix so popular?
Yeah, what do you think?
Honestly,
Yeah.
I'm not so sure. Okay, tell me more.
I mean, it really comes down to a debate about how we consume and experience stories, right?
I guess so, yeah.
Like binge watching allows for total immersion.
Right, you just get lost in the world.
But some people argue that spaced out releases actually have some benefits.
Really? Like what?
Like, think about sustained engagement and discussion. Like, the show stays in the cultural conversation for a longer time.
Like how everyone's talking about Game of Thrones every week when it was airing.
Exactly.
Okay, yeah, I see what you mean.
But then on the other hand, there's the downside. of having these, like, artificial cliffhangers and waiting months for a resolution.
Ugh,
It can feel kind of manipulative, and sometimes you lose momentum and excitement waiting for the next part.
totally.
So, yeah, I'm really torn.
Yeah, me too.
It's a tough one.
And for a show like Wednesday, which already has such a passionate fan base and that built-in binge-watching appeal, I'm not sure if splitting the season would actually enhance the experience.
Or just add to the frustration.
Right. Like, come on, Netflix, just give us what we want.
Yeah,
So yeah, lots to think about.
lots to think about.
And if you're enjoying this deep dive into Wednesday and the whole streaming landscape, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more insightful discussions just like this.
Yeah, we'd really appreciate it.
But let's get back to Wednesday. The big question is, will Netflix actually split season 2?
Dun-dun-dun-dun.
And what would that mean for the show's momentum and fan satisfaction?
What do you think?
Well, I'm not sure, but I have a feeling
Oh, really?
it's not going to be pretty.
Oh, no.
Yeah, we're going to have to wait and see.
Well, I guess we'll find out in 2025.
Right?
Hopefully. Hopefully.
It's going to be a tough call for them, I think. On the one hand, you have this massive fan base who's already waited years for season 2.
Yeah.
Splitting it could feel like such a slap in the face.
Oh, yeah.
Especially if that cliffhanger is just like poorly executed.
Oh, my gosh. Can you imagine the memes?
Oh, the memes would be legendary.
Legendary.
They would break the internet.
But, okay, let's play devil's advocate for a second.
Okay, yeah.
Could a split season actually work in Wednesday's favor?
I don't know.
Like, maybe it would give the writers more space to develop those really complex storylines that they're promising.
Sure.
And maybe all those, like, intricate details that we were talking about earlier could really shine.
Okay, yeah, I see what you mean. A longer season could mean more time to really delve into the Addams family lore and flesh out the new characters
Right.
and explore those darker, more psychological themes that they've been hinting at.
Ooh, yeah.
Think about the potential for character development with Steve Buscemi.
Oh, my gosh. Steve Buscemi.
I mean, come on. There's so much they could do with that.
And maybe, just maybe, like, spacing out the episodes would give fans more time to really digest each one and, like, theorize about what's coming next and really savor the experience.
I like that.
Yeah, it's like how people used to obsess over each episode of Lost, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Like dissecting every little clue and hidden meaning.
Back in the day,
Yeah.
there's definitely something to be said for that kind of sustained engagement. You know, remember the whole water cooler effect?
Oh, yeah.
When people would actually, like, gather around and discuss the latest episode of their favorite show.
I miss those days.
Yeah, me too. And it's like those shared experiences created such a sense of community.
Yeah.
Maybe split seasons could bring that back in, like, a digital age.
I mean, it would definitely get people talking, too. Social media would be buzzing. Fan theories would be running wild.
Oh.
The anticipation for each new part would be through the roof.
That's true. But it's a gamble, though.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Netflix is walking a tightrope here. Totally. They have to find the right balance between satisfying their viewers' desire for instant gratification and leveraging the potential benefits of a more spaced-out release strategy.
Right. And ultimately, the success of this gamble, like, really depends on the quality of the content.
Exactly.
Like, if Wednesday Season 2 is as captivating and complex as they're promising, maybe fans will be more forgiving of a split season.
Yeah, a strong story, compelling characters, well-executed cliffhangers.
Yeah, all of that.
That could make all the difference. But if it feels like a cheap tactic to just stretch out the content and keep people subscribed longer, then the backlash could be severe.
Yeah, that's true.
Gotta be careful.
But let's shift gears for a moment and zoom out to the bigger picture.
Okay.
This whole split season phenomenon isn't just a Netflix thing, right? It's like every streaming platform is doing it now.
Yeah, you're right. We're seeing it more and more across the board. Disney plus Apple TV plus even HBO Max.
Yeah, it's everywhere.
They're all experimenting with these different release models.
It really raises a bigger question.
What's that?
Is binge watching,
Oh, no.
the thing that made streaming so revolutionary,
Right.
is it slowly becoming a thing of the past?
I hadn't thought of it like that.
Remember when we had to wait a whole week for a new episode of our favorite show?
Oh, gosh, the agony.
I know streaming was supposed to liberate us from that agonizing.
Wait, it was pure freedom.
It was. But now it feels like we're taking a step back in time.
It's almost like a pendulum swinging back and forth.
Yeah.
First, we had the excitement of on-demand access and the freedom to binge. And now we're seeing a shift towards a more measured episodic release pattern.
It's funny how things come full circle.
It really is.
And it makes you wonder what this means for the future of storytelling.
Yeah. Are we going to see a resurgence of the traditional episodic format, or will there be some kind of like hybrid model that combines the best of both worlds?
That's the million-dollar question.
I think the answer probably lies somewhere in the data. You know, streaming platforms are constantly gathering information about our viewing habits, our preferences, and our reactions to different release models.
Yeah, they're watching us.
They're watching us. They're using that data to fine-tune their strategies and figure out what works best for their bottom line
Right.
and our viewing experience.
It's almost like we're all part of a giant experiment,
We are.
and the results are still unfolding.
Yeah, we're the guinea pigs.
And speaking of experiments, if you're enjoying this deep dive into the world of streaming and the future of entertainment, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more thought-provoking discussions just like this.
Yeah, we love hearing from our listeners, so let us know in the comments what you think about this whole split season trend.
Yeah. Are you Team Bingeage or Team Drip Feed? Let us know.
Yeah, it really is a fascinating time to be a viewer. Like, we have so much choice now.
So much content.
But it also comes with this anxiety.
A little bit.
Like, are we getting the best experience? Yeah, are we being manipulated by these platforms?
Right. Like, it's a lot to think about.
It is, and I think it's important to remember that these streaming services are businesses.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Their goal is to make money, keep those subscriber numbers up.
Right.
So while they're experimenting with all these different release models, they're going to do what they think is going to be the most profitable.
Which means that we, the viewers, have to be savvy consumers.
We got to be smart about it.
We need to be aware of the strategies that they're using and like make informed choices about what we watch and how we engage with these platforms.
Absolutely. And that includes being vocal about our preferences.
Oh, yeah.
Like if we hate split seasons,
Yes.
we need to let them know.
How do we do that?
Social media,
Okay.
online reviews, canceling subscriptions.
Ooh, yeah. Hit them where it hurts.
Exactly. All those things send a message.
Right.
And we can influence the direction of the industry.
It's like we have a responsibility to shape the future of entertainment.
We do.
It's not just about passively consuming what they feed us.
No.
It's about demanding the kind of viewing experience that we want.
I love that. I think there's a real opportunity here for a streaming service to differentiate itself
Okay.
by catering to the binge-watching crowd.
Oh, yeah.
Imagine a platform that promises full season releases.
Oh, my God, yes.
No cliffhanger.
Just pure, unadulterated binge-watching bliss.
Sign me up.
That would appeal to a lot of people.
To so many people.
That's a great idea.
Oh.
It'd be like going back to the roots of what made streaming so appealing in the first place.
It would.
Maybe that's the key.
What?
Finding that balance between innovation and nostalgia,
Oh, yeah.
between catering to new trends,
Right.
but also honoring the things that people loved about streaming from the start.
I think you've hit the nail on the head.
Dang.
It's about finding that sweet spot that satisfies both the viewers and the platforms.
Right.
And who knows, maybe in a few years we'll look back on this whole split season experiment and laugh.
Right.
Or maybe it'll become the new norm. And
Right.
binge watching will become a relic of the past.
Only time will tell.
It will.
But one thing's for sure, this conversation isn't going away anytime soon.
No, it's not.
The streaming landscape is constantly evolving.
It is.
And we'll be here to break it all down for you every step of the way.
We will. And speaking of breaking things down, we want to hear from you.
Yes.
What are your thoughts on this whole split season trend?
Yeah. Are you Team Binge or Team Drip Feed?
Let us know in the comments.
And let's keep this conversation going.
Yes.
And before we wrap up this deep dive, we want to thank you, our amazing listeners, for joining us.
We appreciate you.
If you enjoyed this episode, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more insightful discussions on all things streaming and entertainment.
Until next time, happy watching.